Hi everyone, my name is Shirley Sanchez and I've completed my CFP coursework already and I am sitting for the exam this September 2020. So I'm excited to be considered for the scholarship and I'd like to tell you a little bit more about myself. I know one of the questions that have been asked is our interest in the financial planning profession. And to kind of give you a little bit more background about myself, growing up, I've always had a curiosity about money. I've always been interested in how it works and how it can help people's lives. My parents were not really well off, and I saw how they struggled with money, and I always wanted to be better. And so I always learned things on my own. And it wasn't until my 20s that I realized that there was this profession. I have a counseling background, so I love helping people. And I soon realized that there was a profession that could marry my two passions of not only helping people, but helping people with their finances and just helping with financial planning. So once I learned about that, I thought to myself, this is what I'm meant to do. So that entailed making a career change. And so that's really what kind of set me into this path. And now I'm completed all my coursework and I'm excited to take the exam and make this career change. So I'm excited about that. Another question I believe you all had was, what does it mean to be a fiduciary? What does that mean to me? And I understand that to be a fiduciary means to really put your client's interests above your own and not think of yourself in terms of what you can gain from it. I think unfortunately there's been some financial professionals that maybe are not the fiduciaries and don't always have the client's interests in mind. And so I think CFP professionals and embracing this fiduciary duty is super important, and I believe in it, and I think it's really necessary in order to do the best for others and make sure our profession is viewed in a positive light. I know one of the other questions was, what does diversity and inclusion mean to me? I interpret that as meaning essentially appreciating other people for their differences, uplifting them, and respecting them mostly, and understanding how different insights and different experiences can really create a rich environment. And so I've always studied this when I was in school and just knowing how to implement that in my daily life. And I've also, from a personal perspective, I am a first-generation college student, and so none of my family members went to college, and so I never really saw I never really had role models that went to school, and so I am excited to become a role model for future Latinas. I consider myself Latina, and they're in this profession. I believe it's less than 3.5% that identify as Latinx or African American, and so I think that by me pursuing this profession, I'll be able to help others too. So I know part of the question was, how will I embrace diversity and inclusion in my professional work? And I've been lucky enough to have a mentor who's kind of guided me along the way. And I hope to give back myself and to not only become a CFP professional, but to be a role model for others that might think that they can't do it. So I hope to do that. The last question, I believe, is why the scholarship will help. As mentioned earlier, I am a career changer, and so as of right now, I've had to pay for my coursework, my live review, and my exam registration out of pocket. And so I know that sometimes when you're in the industry, your firms will pay for it. But I haven't had that luxury yet, and so if I were to get the scholarship, it would definitely help me complete my goals and make sure that I become the CFP professional that I would like to become. So thank you all for your time and listening to me and why I would like to be considered for the scholarship, and I hope hope to hear from you all soon. Thank you.